Imagine waking up every morning with a clear sense of purpose and an inner calm that transcends everyday challenges. Envision a state of mind where daily worries like paying bills and meeting deadlines no longer dominate your thoughts, but are met with composure and resilience. This isn't a distant dream, but a real possibility through the practice of an ancient philosophy that still holds incredible power today: Stoicism. Welcome to our video where we dive into the philosophy of Stoicism and explore how its principles can transform our approach to daily problems, provide inner peace, and guide us toward a more balanced and meaningful life. Together, we'll uncover the powerful lessons left by figures such as Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, whose lives and works continue to inspire millions around the world. Have you ever wondered what it's like to face every challenge with the confidence that you can control your reactions and find tranquility amid chaos? Or how the wisdom of ancient philosophers can offer practical solutions to modern dilemmas? Prepare for an engaging journey that will not only broaden your understanding of life, but also provide practical tools for better living. Whether you're a veteran of philosophy or just starting to explore these concepts, this video is for you. Let's uncover the secrets of Stoicism and learn to apply its timeless lessons to our everyday lives. By the end of this journey, you'll see how small changes in your perspective can lead to significant transformations in your life. Let's embark on this transformative journey. As we delve into the world of Stoicism, we discover a philosophy deeply concerned with practical living. Unlike other philosophical schools focused on abstract thinking, Stoicism is a philosophy of action. It offers us concrete tools to overcome daily challenges and to live a fuller and more meaningful life. Born in a turbulent and unpredictable world, Stoicism was founded by Zeno of Citium in the early 3rd century BCE and quickly spread throughout the ancient world, offering practical guidance on how to live. ### Stoic beliefs. Stoics believe that the key to a good life is living in harmony with nature, understanding that many things are beyond our control, and focusing our energy on what we can change. Imagine a captain who cannot control the weather, the waves, or the wind but can control how he navigates his ship. He maintains his calm, adjusts the sails, and makes rational decisions based on the situation. Similarly, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our power, our own actions, attitudes, and reactions, and to calmly accept what we cannot change. For happiness, this means that regardless of external circumstances, we can find peace and satisfaction by cultivating inner virtues such as wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. These virtues help us face life's challenges with dignity and tranquility, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. By applying Stoic principles to modern life, we can, instead of being overwhelmed by anxiety and stress, develop a more resilient and balanced mind. We can learn to see difficulties as opportunities to practice virtue and strengthen our character. In doing so, we can find deeper and more enduring meaning in everyday life. To better understand Stoicism, it's important to become acquainted with its prominent figures: Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca. Each of them followed their path to wisdom and inner peace, demonstrating the universality and flexibility of this philosophy. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, is perhaps the most well-known Stoic. Ruling over the vast Roman Empire during times of great difficulty, including wars, plagues, and economic crises, he faced enormous challenges. Despite this, Marcus Aurelius remained true to Stoic principles, writing his meditations as a guide for himself. These personal reflections, never intended for publication, provide a profound insight into the mind of a leader who sought to live in accordance with Stoic values. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of doing good, acting justly, and maintaining calm in the face of adversity. For him, every day was an opportunity to practice virtue and serve the common good. In contrast, Epictetus was born into slavery and spent much of his life in bondage. However, he did not let his external situation define his mind or spirit. After gaining his freedom, Epictetus became one of the most influential Stoic teachers of his time. He taught that no one can harm us without our consent, because the key to happiness lies within our own minds. Epictetus believed that we could achieve true tranquility and freedom by living according to our principles. Seneca, a prominent Roman senator, was another central figure in Stoicism. He served as an advisor to Emperor Nero and simultaneously wrote extensive works on ethics, politics, and philosophy. Seneca argued that true wealth comes from inner contentment and the pursuit of virtue. He also emphasized the importance of self-control and preparing to face death with dignity. Seneca taught that external wealth and power cannot bring true happiness without inner peace and moral integrity. Modern application of Stoicism allows us to avoid anxiety and stress by developing a more resilient and balanced mind. Instead of worrying about what we cannot control, we learn to focus on what is within our power, our actions and reactions. By viewing difficulties as opportunities to practice virtue and strengthen our character, we find deeper meaning and fulfillment in daily life. These three men, coming from such diverse backgrounds, an emperor, a slave, and a senator, demonstrate the universality of Stoic principles. By following their example, we can learn how to apply these teachings in our own lives, finding strength and resilience even in the most challenging moments. One of the most powerful lessons Stoicism offers is the art of controlling our reactions. Imagine a typical day. You're commuting to work when suddenly a car cuts you off. Your blood boils, your heart races, and the impulse to react impulsively is almost unbearable. But what if instead you could pause, take a breath, and choose a more thoughtful response? That's the essence of Stoicism. Stoics teach us to distinguish what we can control, our own actions, attitudes, and decisions, from what we cannot control. By focusing only on what is within our power, we can profoundly change our lives. This isn't about suppressing emotions, but about managing them so they don't consume us from within. As Epictetus said, it's not things that disturb us, but our interpretation of their significance. For instance, if someone insults us, we can choose to take offense and respond in anger, or we can choose to see the insult as a reflection of their character, not ours. We can choose to respond calmly and with dignity, maintaining inner peace even in situations where external stimuli bombard us constantly. Social media, work, family. All these areas can be sources of stress and conflict, but by practicing control over our reactions, we can preserve our inner peace and act more effectively and ethically. Control over our reactions doesn't mean becoming indifferent or insensitive. On the contrary, it means being more mindful and purposeful in our responses. By developing this ability, we can face challenges with clarity of mind and a calm heart, turning potential crises into opportunities for growth and learning. Marcus Aurelius, in his Reflections, reveals a simple yet profound secret: the quality of our thoughts determines the quality of our lives. Amidst his duties as emperor, facing constant crises and making complex decisions, Marcus Aurelius insisted that our happiness does not depend on external circumstances, but on how we choose to think about them. He reminds us that our tranquility and strength come from within, and by discarding those thoughts that weaken us and nurturing those that strengthen us, this process of mental self-observation helps us cope with challenges with greater composure and clarity, thereby transforming our inner state and consequently our life experience. For Marcus Aurelius, reason is like a garden that must be carefully tended. If we allow negative and destructive thoughts to grow unchecked, they will choke our peace and happiness. But if we invest time and effort in nurturing positive and constructive thoughts, we can create a mental environment where tranquility and joy flourish. This practice of mental vigilance is not easy. It requires discipline and constant attention. We must be aware of the thoughts that cause us suffering and replace them with ideas that strengthen us. For example, instead of worrying about things beyond our control, we can remind ourselves of the importance of focusing on what we can do and accepting the rest with peace. Moreover, Marcus Aurelius teaches us to see each day as a new opportunity for improvement. He wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I wake up to do the work of a human being.'" This simple reminder encourages us to start each day with renewed purpose, focused on living in accordance with our highest values, cultivating resilience and joy. We can learn to see difficulties as opportunities to strengthen our character, finding lasting happiness that depends not on external circumstances, but on our own inner virtues. For Marcus Aurelius and other Stoics, simplicity was the key to a happy life. They believe that we need very little to live well, and that many of the things we desire are unnecessary. Seneca, in his letters and essays, often pondered the futility of accumulating wealth and material pleasures and instead advocated for seeking internal virtues, such as wisdom and self-sufficiency. This minimalist perspective resonates especially in our modern world, where unrestrained consumption constantly drives us to seek more without ever feeling fully satisfied. Embracing a simpler and more focused approach, we can emulate Seneca's wisdom. Seneca believed that true wealth lies not in possessing vast estates, but in having modest needs. This minimalist principle teaches us to value what truly matters in life, seeking happiness not in material possessions, but in experiences, relationships, and personal growth. Marcus Aurelius similarly reminds us that true happiness cannot be found in external possessions. Rather, the happiness of our lives depends on the quality of our life, focused on virtues well lived. By reducing distractions and simplifying our lives, we can concentrate on what truly matters and find a deeper inner peace. Moreover, minimalism helps us live more sustainably and consciously in a world where excessive consumption depletes natural resources and contributes to ecological crises. Adopting a minimalist lifestyle means living in harmony with the planet. We can learn to appreciate abundance and reduce waste, contributing to a more sustainable future for all. The minimalist lifestyle does not imply deprivation or asceticism. Instead, it signifies simplification and focusing on what genuinely brings joy and meaning. By doing so, we free ourselves from the endless pursuit of more. Now, we come to one of the most intriguing questions: how to apply Stoicism in a modern context. We live in an era of constant distraction, where the pressure to achieve success and accumulate wealth can be overwhelming. However, Stoic principles offer a powerful counterpoint to this mentality. Embracing Stoic principles today means cultivating resilience, patience, and the ability to cope with uncertainty. It also means valuing authentic human connections and striving for a purpose that transcends mere accumulation of wealth. By integrating these principles into our lives, we can navigate the modern world with greater balance and clarity. For instance, in the workplace, we often face tight deadlines, pressure to achieve goals, and constant competition. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our own efforts and attitudes, and not worry about what is beyond our control. We can learn to see challenges as opportunities for growth and development of our skills, maintaining composure and endurance even under pressure in our personal lives. Social media can be a source of comparison and dissatisfaction. We often see seemingly perfect lives of others and feel inadequate. Stoicism reminds us that these comparisons are illusory, urging us to focus on our own path and progress. Cultivating gratitude for what we have and concentrating on our own virtues leads to deeper satisfaction. Moreover, Stoicism helps us navigate uncertainty with greater confidence in a world where rapid and unpredictable changes have become the norm. It teaches us to embrace change as a natural part of life and use our flexibility to overcome challenges more easily. Stoicism also encourages us to seek higher purpose in our actions rather than being preoccupied solely with material success. By contemplating how we can contribute to the well-being of others and improve the world around us, we can find deeper and more enduring meaning in our lives. Aligning our actions with our highest values is crucial. Epictetus, born a slave, embodies resilience in the face of adversity. He refused to let his circumstances define his intellect or spirit. Instead, he used his hardships as a forge to temper his inner strength. He taught us that true freedom lies in our attitude, not external conditions. Stoic resilience shows us that regardless of the difficulties we face, we can choose our response. We can turn adversity into opportunities for growth by focusing only on what we can control and setting aside what is beyond our control. This approach gives us the strength to face life with courage and dignity. Epictetus often said, "It is not what happens to us, but how we perceive what happens that concerns us." This wisdom reminds us that we have the power to choose perspective rather than succumbing to difficulties. In our modern lives, we encounter various adversities, from financial and medical challenges to personal and professional crises. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate stable judgment amidst these challenges. We can learn to see every difficulty as an opportunity to practice our virtues and strengthen our character. Additionally, Stoic resilience helps us maintain tranquility amidst chaos. When facing stressful situations like workplace conflicts or family problems, we can apply Stoic principles to maintain calm and rationality by focusing on what we can control. Accepting what we cannot control allows us to navigate life's storms more easily. Epictetus also reminds us that resilience stems from acceptance. Acceptance does not imply resignation, but rather acknowledging the reality of circumstances and choosing how to respond to them. By recognizing what we cannot change, we free up our energy to focus on what we can do, taking positive and constructive actions. Contrary to the idea that Stoicism is a passive philosophy, Marcus Aurelius and Seneca demonstrated that one can be a leader and advocate for justice while remaining steadfast. Marcus Aurelius, as emperor, tirelessly worked towards wise and just governance, always striving for the greater good. He used his influential position to impact political decisions and promote ethics and responsibility. Stoicism teaches us that even in our pursuit of inner peace, we must act justly and responsibly in the world. It's not about withdrawing from life but engaging in it in a manner that reflects our deepest values. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations about the importance of serving the common good and acting justly. He believed that each of us has a role in society and that we must do our part to contribute to the well-being of others. Managing an empire was no easy task, but Marcus Aurelius endeavored to make decisions reflecting his Stoic principles, always balancing duty and compassion. Seneca also emphasized the importance of justice and ethical action in his letters, discussing how to benefit society positively. He believed that we should use our wisdom and virtue to positively influence those around us and promote a sense of social responsibility. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us to act with courage and honesty. Despite fear, practicing courage allows us to face difficult situations with greater confidence and determination, maintaining our principles and values. Stoic justice also entails respect and dignity towards others. Stoics believed in the importance of viewing humanity as one large family, interconnected and interdependent. By recognizing this, we can act with more compassionate virtues, courage, justice, self-control, and wisdom, which form the foundation of a virtuous life. These principles guide us in our daily lives, helping us make ethical decisions and continually strive for personal improvement. Self-control is the ability to manage our passions and desires. It helps us maintain balance, avoiding excesses. With self-control, we can make more deliberate decisions and live in greater harmony. This virtue protects us from impulses and enables us to act in accordance with our values and long-term goals. Wisdom is a virtue that integrates all others. It is the ability to discern what is true and good, and to act in accordance with this knowledge, making decisions that reflect our principles and deepest values. By cultivating these virtues, we can live a fuller and more meaningful life. We can face life's challenges with greater calmness and confidence, contributing to a more just and compassionate society. Constant self-improvement involves recognizing that absolute perfection is unattainable, but progress is always possible. This mindset keeps us motivated and resilient, ready to embrace new challenges and learning from our experiences. Stoicism teaches us that every day is an opportunity for improvement. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This philosophy urges us to see every obstacle as a chance for personal growth and character development. Continuous growth also includes the practice of reflection. Each day, we can review our actions and thoughts, identifying areas for improvement and celebrating our achievements. This practice of self-reflection helps us stay on the right path and adjust our behavior as needed. Moreover, Stoicism reminds us that personal growth is not a solitary effort. We can seek guidance and support from mentors, friends, and communities who share our values. By learning from others and sharing our own experiences, we can grow together and create a positive impact on the world around us. Continuous growth also means being open to new experiences and learning rather than rigidly holding on to our beliefs. This openness allows us to evolve and adapt to changes while keeping our minds and spirits flexible and receptive. Seneca and Marcus Aurelius assert that our fears are often greater in imagination than in reality. They promote a resilient mindset and teach us to live with greater confidence and less stress. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." This wisdom reminds us that many of our fears are exaggerated by our own minds. By practicing mental resilience, we can learn to distinguish between real fears and imagined ones. Meeting real fears with courage and letting go of imagined ones can lead to inner peace. Accepting the reality of circumstances and focusing on our own responses allows us to overcome difficulties with greater ease and confidence. Mental resilience includes the practices of self-reflection and self-control. We can learn to recognize and challenge our negative thoughts, replacing them with more constructive and empowering ideas. By doing so, we can reduce the impact of fear and anxiety on our lives, finding greater peace and balance. Moreover, mental resilience helps us maintain perspective. Instead of being disheartened by failures and setbacks, we can see these experiences as opportunities for learning and growth. We can develop the ability to bounce back from setbacks and continue moving forward, keeping our focus on our goals and values. Stoicism shares many similarities with other philosophies, such as Buddhism and Christianity. Both philosophies emphasize the importance of self-control, compassion, and striving for virtuous living. These parallels underscore the timeless and universal nature of Stoic teachings, showing that their lessons resonate with people across different cultures and epochs. For instance, Buddhism shares with Stoicism the idea that suffering arises from our attachments. Both philosophies teach us to cultivate reason and seek inner peace. The Buddhist concept of equanimity reflects Stoic principles of justice and benevolence. Early Christians, including figures like St. Paul, were influenced by Stoicism in their reflections on ethics and morality. These similarities demonstrate that despite cultural and historical differences, there exists a common core of human wisdom that transcends time and space. Stoicism, Buddhism, and Christianity each offer paths to virtuous living, each with its own approach and emphasis. Stoicism has endured for over 2,000 years and remains applicable and relevant today. Its longevity is a testament to its depth and effectiveness. The three great Stoic names, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, have emerged from diverse contexts, illustrating that anyone, regardless of their background, can find wisdom and tranquility in Stoicism. The durability of Stoicism can largely be explained by its practical and accessible approach. By focusing on how to live well, cope with challenges, and cultivate virtue, Stoicism offers teachings that can be applied in any time and circumstance. Its profound and enduring relevance spans from its origins in the ancient world to its applicability in modern life. Stoicism provides us with practical guidance for overcoming daily challenges with wisdom and tranquility. We've learned about the importance of focusing on what is within our control and accepting with equanimity what we cannot change. We've explored inspiring stories that illustrate the universality of this philosophy and show how it can be practiced independently of external circumstances. By practicing mental resilience and continually striving for growth, we can navigate life's difficulties with determination and steadfastness. Stoic philosophy, with its timeless teachings, reminds us that true happiness and inner peace come from within. Through these practices, we can find deeper meaning and face challenges with clarity and calmness. I hope you've been inspired by this journey through Stoicism as I have. If the stories and teachings we've shared here have resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Your engagement and support are vital in shaping our community of learners. If you have a story or experience about how Stoic philosophy has impacted your life, please share it in the comments below. I love hearing your stories and learning from you. Until the next story, where we continue exploring paths to a wiser, calmer, and more meaningful life. Thank you for watching and for being part of this journey with us. Stay healthy and see you soon.